start by thanking Steph, not first for inviting me, but first for consistently doing this since 2020. Since 2020. So this is this is sixth edition. Now, if you have done something for up to 6 editions, don't clap. But if you have done less than 6 editions, can I hear you applaud Steph for me, please? You can see, even the madam that has done 16, am I correct? 16 editions, she's clapping, applauding her. So very well done, Steph. Very well done. And also thank you for inviting me, for being part of this. It's an honor to be here, and all my friends, everyone, I hail, and my new friends as well, I hail too. And every one of us in the audience, I hail. Please, you've been here since morning. Can you put your hands together for yourselves? Maybe if you clap well, maybe dinner will come, maybe dinner will come. I mean, well, we don't hide from bills, It's not arrogance. We don't run from bills. We are bigger than bills, So I receive it. I receive it. So 2025. How many of us have goals for 2025, or something you want to achieve? A wish, a prayer, even if you've not. Let me see. Okay, great. So now, a few things I want to say, and for us to pay attention to. One is that an unexamined life is not worth living. An unexamined life is not worth living. So if you want to progress into 2025 with goals and wishes and prayers and hopes and ambition, the beginning of it is we should look back at 2024. Look back at 2024. So the beginning of what we want to do is to have a reflection. So I'm told you have pens and you have papers. I didn't come here to give speech. I came so that we will work. This is a workshop. Tell your neighbor that this is workshop. So you cannot fold your hand and cross your leg and then you're looking at me. No. So I'm told you have pens and papers. So let's get it out. Everybody, we're working. You're in my class now. You're in a champ class now. So let's go. Bring out your pen and paper. So what we want to do first is a reflection and an appraisal of just a few things in 2024. Now, you will do maybe 1 or 2 here, but you will write more down, yes, sir, so that you can go back home and work on. Because the reason Steph put this together, and the reason we all do this, is to help us, is to stimulate our transformation. Did you hear what I said? Is to stimulate our, so that you are better than, so that the person that walks out of here is better than the person that walked into this place. So when you come in, what we give you is information. You've heard a lot of information, right? What we give you is information. But information does not directly lead to transformation. Between information and transformation, there is one thing, and somebody's already want to put one shon inside. It's not motivational speaking. If you inspire to acquire, to require your desire, you will require to maguire your, no. So between that thing we've told you today and the transformation we all desire, there's one thing we need to do. It ends with a shon, yes. I call it conversion. So you convert that informate so that you can now change. So that's part of what we want to do now. So we just want to reflect on 2024 for a bit. One of the questions you want to ask yourself is what one thing did you achieve, last year? Now, this is you to you. You are not submitting to us. It's self-assessment. What one significant thing do you think you achieved, last year? To stop looking at me, be looking at your pen, your books, and to write. What one significant thing did you achieve? And as you are writing or as you are thinking about it, the other thing is, who are the people that helped you to achieve it? Remember, we've been talking about collaborate. And there are some of us who present ourselves as self-made. Now lie. You've been lying to yourself and lying to all of us. People helped you. If you have a driver, you are not driving yourself. The person helps you. If you have children, you have a maid. That maid helps you. Let's not even now talk about your spouse, that helps your or your siblings that help you to lift something. But you know what we do is that you just say entitlement mentality. If they're not supposed to do it before. If you don't do it, why are you my lover? If you don't do it, why are you my sibling? No. It's important we consciously note that. So we're still doing this. So you've asked yourself that one. Just write one. Don't write 10 or 20. I know that depending on who supplies the hype that some of us take, so you can do all things. You cannot do all things. You can do a few things well. You can do one thing great. Not all things. So let's go. So we've talked about what it is that we achieved, right? So has anybody written anything? Let me see. Okay, great. We know those who are in our class. Ushers, please watch the hands for dinner. Yes, I have. Can we see anybody? If you have written, okay. When I said dinner, more hands went up. Well, we'll check if you have. Okay. And so then also the people that helped you to achieve it, right? You have that. Okay, great. Last year, also, what one challenge did you have? What major challenge did you have last year? What one major challenge did you have last year? And of course, the follow-up to that is who are the people that helped you to come out of that challenge or that helped you to make it a bit more bearable? Who helped you? Who are those who helped you? Part of why this is critical is that there are people we don't appreciate or we underappreciate in our lives who in 2025 will be a critical success factor to us. And it's important that we bring this to the fore, we're reflecting, we become more conscious of it. Before we go into saying setting goal, where are we coming from? It's the beginning of it. Okay, so anybody remember the challenge for last year? Don't worry. You're not telling me, don't worry. Yes, just writing it for yourself. While you're thinking about it, just a quick comment about collaboration. I heard a lot of things about value. My brother, Shalawa talked about value. My friend Samson Olatunji. Sorry, what am I saying? Olatunde also added some thoughts, on it. I just want to say also that to collaborate, what's your character? Your character is critical. Integrity is critical. Don't say yes when you mean to say no. Under promise, over deliver. All those things are critical. Also, as you are bringing value, your name. People want to work with you or not to work with you. What's your character? When money is lost, nothing is lost. When health is lost, something is lost. When character is lost, everything. Oti law. Everything very important. Okay, but that's not where we are. We're doing something else. Yes, so we're reflecting. We have what we achieved last year. We have the people that helped us, right? We have what we achieved. We have the challenge, right? And the people that helped us as well, right? Okay, great. If you've heard this before, anybody, if you've seen this before anywhere, if you've seen this before anywhere, some people say it's not even cliche. If you've seen this before anywhere, anybody? Okay, if you've seen it before, can I see your hand? Raise your hand, please. Raise your hand. Almost everybody. Raise your hand, please. Raise your hand. This is not the dinner call. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Raise your hand. Okay, almost every one of us. So we know what this is. So what is S? What is S? Specific. Okay. Measurable. Okay. Achievable. Okay. Don't ask ChatGPT. Next. Realistic. Okay. Time bound. Okay. So when I asked the question, if anyone has heard about this before, almost everybody in this room raised their hand. So my second question, how many of us have used this before? If you have used it before, okay, we have less than 50%. So we're talking about information and Transformation. So we have the information. Okay. If you have used this over the past 5 years, which is every year, every period, let me see your hand. Okay, we have. I mean, I didn't say you used it 5 years ago or once in the past 5 years. I mean, since 2020 till date, so you have been doing something like this. Can I see your hand? Can I see your hand? Great, great. Less than 40% of the people that raised their hand before that, they were practicing it. Oh, no, I understand. I understand, comes. Not, I understand. That's why we're doing this. That's why we're doing this. Now, so the conversation is not about teaching us what this is about. It is the application of it. Now, before I go into this, we've heard a lot of things today. And some of us, we've said a lot of things today. In your notes, I want you to write 3 decisions that you are making by virtue of all that you have heard today. 3 decisions that you are making. By virtue of everything you've heard here today. Because all the investment that went into this event will mean nothing if you only hear it. Some people, they say, as it is entering this ear, it is going out through this or that here. And then we'll come and clap and we're excited and yes! So it's about the application. So 3 decisions that you are making. 3 decisions you are making. As you have written the 3rd decision, you write your name under, you sign, and you write today's date. Holding yourself personally accountable. No, accountability is critical. Yes, you sign, you write today's date. In fact, you can snap it and keep it on your phone. Don't post it anywhere on social media. Don't. It's great for us to use the hashtag and to write what we have learned. And I find it really great. Some time ago when we used to have programs before social media, nobody writes anything they are learning. We just learn and we'll go. Well, I like the fact that these days, we can write it and post articulately, explain what it is that we learned, but the application of it. It's critical. I was reading one day when somebody wrote about customer service, and I happen to know that individual. So I don't have to say anything. You got the point. I was just saying, I just wish 10% of this you're applying it. Just 10. Life will be better. So, 3 decisions. 3 decisions. Okay, I know 3 volunteers, 3 people that can tell me the decisions, 3 of them. Again, yes, okay. I like this, 3. And I'm taking all the 3 of them. Lady 1, okay, okay. Let me see, raise your hand again. I have the first 3, but I'm taking, okay, I will increase it to 5. So the gentleman there, you are 2. The lady in green, you are 1. Of course, my sis, Victoria, you are 3. My new friend and client. Emphasis on the client. New friend and client, you're number 4. 1. Okay. You're number 5. Right, so we start with you, we end with you. If we have a few more seconds, I will come to you. So let's go. Can we pass? Do we have a mic? Do we have a mic we can just pass around? And in 30 seconds, I want to hear from you. In 30 seconds, I want to hear from you. Quickly. Thank you.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
This is a privilege to be here.
Thank you.
For me, the 3 are collaborate, local and global, intentionally network, and increase my value capacity.
Okay. Can we clap for her, please? Can we clap for her? See, if you did not raise your hand, at least you can use it to clap down. Now, the applause I'm hearing doesn't represent the demographic we have here. Okay, thank you. Yes. It was number 2. Okay, you know what? Just for logistics sake, give him the mic. So, or do we have another mic on that side? Oh, you have a mic already. Let's go.
The first one is to start. I have a couple of film tech ideas that I've been postponing. So I'd like to start that. And second, to collaborate. And third, to grow financially.
Okay. Clap for him. Yes. I will comment on what we've written, Aha, I will comment on it. Let's go. Yes.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
It's a privilege to be here, and I'm a chef. So the first thing here is I have a food show that has been on my head for over 2 years, and the first thing I wrote here is to start it
Great.
anyhow, any day. Okay?
Great.
So, and the second one here is to collaborate with people that will make it a reality.
Fantastic.
And the third one is to reach out to key sponsors I have identified.
Great. Just give the mic to my new client.
Wow, no words. Okay, so for me, first is treat failure as just feedback. I have a tendency to overthink and over-reflect, so just think of it as feedback and use it and move on. Second is intentionally collaborate. I have a wide network, but I find that they're just acquaintances. So I need to deepen those relationships and then be more empathetic towards others because, yeah.
Great. Can you clap for her, please? Okay. Who's next? I think Vic. Yes, that pretty lady there just by the camera. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And here I'm embracing vulnerability in saying this. One thing I want to do this year, I've decided to do this year, is finally launch a project that I've been working on for a while. And I realized here that I was actually afraid, and that's what stopped me. I always give myself so many excuses, but I realized what it was sitting here. And then two, to be more intentional in my networking. I meet a lot of people. I tend to connect easily, but I don't. I'm not intentional about keeping in touch. That's changing this year. And then the third decision, no procrastination, no excuses, no matter what. Thank you.
Great. Excuses are the tools of incompetence used to build monuments of nothingness. They that use excuses will never, ever amount to anything in life. Yes. Next. I think we've done 4 now, right? We've done 5. So the last person, who's that last person? Okay.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Bethel. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
3 things I want to do this year from the takeout from this conference. Number 1, I have a woman program that I organize, but coming here today, I saw a lot of excellence, and that I'm going to translate into my conference this year. And secondly, networking. Like she said, you meet people, you come for conferences, you exchange numbers and cards, and you don't follow up. So I'm going to be very intentional about networking this year and also collaboration.
Fantastic. Passes that lady, the lady in purple, and that's all.
Good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon.
My name is Miriam. So 3 decisions I am making this year. One is to always take responsibility and always remain committed. I'm always shying away from, taking responsibility and all of that. Another is to collaborate, never trivialize anyone. You never know who can be your helper or anything. And
all my helpers are here.
The last is visibility. Always show up for your personal brand. Talking about the power of using social media and all of that, like always put your brand out there, be visible, let everybody see you that this is what you do, let everybody know that this is what you do. Anytime I'm thinking of this thing, let your name be the first person I think of, because I've seen you brand yourself in that.
Yeah, thank you for the decision and for teaching us as well at the same time. Thank you. So what we've all said now, we've talked about wishes, decisions, what we want to achieve. So let us put it in this context, right? Out of the 3 of them, just choose one, right? That you want to be specific. The gentleman talked about, he has a number of fintech ideas that he wants to have. So I'll just say choose one, right? Start with 1. He says he's a chef and he wants to start a show, right? A food show. I mean, just choose one. I also heard someone that talked about a number of things inside one. So just choose one specifically. Be specific. Next is, how do we measure progress? How do we know that this thing, we are achieving it? By the way, if you say you want to do something in 2025 has 12 months. It has 52 weeks. It has 365 days. Yes, no leap year. 365 days. When exactly? By when exactly? Is it by 31st of December that you want to be sure that you have done so and so. Let us say it is money, for example. How many of you like money? Money. Anybody likes money? Nobody likes money in this room. I was about to give out $100. So nobody. Does anybody like money? I'm sorry. There are about 2,000 people in this room. There are only 3 people responded. So I'm changing my mind. So measurable. When? How? Is it by 31st of December? Let's use money. Let's say that I say I want to make 10 billion naira. This year. 10 billion naira this year, does it mean by 31st of December? If yes, and then it means every quarter, I divide that by 4. It means every quarter I should close at 2.5 billion. It means every month, 2.5 divided by 3, about 800 million, right? About 800 million monthly, and so you can break that into quarters as well, because you need to be able to measure it by saying, I will collaborate more. What exactly? Who exactly? How would you measure this collaboration that you're doing? Because already you have people in your network. You have people, let me not use network first. You have some contacts. For example, if you collected my card today, or I gave you my number today, now I'm not in your network. You only have my contact. It is the word R that changes contact to contract. And what is that R word? Relationship. Meaning that we are interacting, value exchange. And many times, what to do in consciously collaborating and doing all of this, you go out of your way to support people in the work that they are doing. Show up. Whether they call you or they did not call you. Show up. Bring some, and when you show up, don't come out empty-handed. I mean, like those people that will go for Owambe and then they don't show up with anything. They don't want to eat the rice and the pomo. So no, don't be that person. If you were doing that before attending this our program, no. So when you show up with something. You don't have to bring something heavy. You can bring something. It can be something light, but make sure that you don't show up empty-handed. So, measuring it. How do we measure? The other one, achievable. Yes, I know. Depending on who supplies your motivation and your faith, wherever you sniff it from, they say you can do all things. If you believe it, you can. Well, yes, but there are some things that based on what you did last year, based on your ability. It is okay that you can move from 1 to, let's even say, because you believe in yourself and you are diligent, you can move from 1 to 10, but don't do anything that's like 1 to 100. When you say that 1 to 100 and the testimony land like this, you know how we scream, right? But it will just be something written and not something done. So is it achievable? I heard global and local collaboration. So my question would be that right now, how many people out of the country are your contacts? That if there is none, global may not necessarily be that. It's good to be thinking global, but it's really important. And of course, you can expand that with social media. Social media helps with that. But let us start with where we are, first, deepen your root before you spread. Because if you're not deeply rooted and you spread yourself, you'll just fall by the wayside, I hope we're learning, or we're thinking about a few things. Okay, great. The other one, well, they are similar to each other, realistic, they're similar to each other. And I think I covered this about time bound. It's important to put a time to it. So you want to collaborate. For example, how can you set a SMART goal? Collaboration. You can say that by the end of Q1, which is March 31st, by end of Q1, I want to have collaborated with 10 people in my industry. Right? With 10 people in my industry. Now, you are not just saying 10 people. You now write down names of people. Now, achievable, realistic, write down the names of people within your reach. Not the king of your industry that you have no access to, that nobody knows, that you don't even know anybody that has access to the person. So start with the people around you that you want to collaborate with. 10 people in your industry, or 10 more people in your workplace. They are all around you. Now, as you continue to do this, then you can scale it gradually, and then you can have higher, bigger goals. We've used money as example. We've used collaboration as example. The show as well. So when do you want to start the show? Yeah, 2025. We have 365 days. When do you want it to air? By airing, not necessarily TV. By airing, it may be on your WhatsApp status. By airing, it may be on your Instagram page, because it is important for us to know that those big goals that we have, they are great, but we need to cut it into small chunks and start now. One of the reasons we procrastinate is that we have this very big idea, of what we want to do, and then we're still waiting and waiting, and you don't have the money. You're still waiting and waiting. You actually don't have the relationships, and you're still waiting. And as you are waiting, tick says the clock, tick tick. What you have to do? What? Yeah, we know those who attended my secondary school. All of any other person attended Mushin High School. So as you are waiting, time is going, and then we wake up again. Yeah, attending UR3 2026. So break it down into chunks. Start from where you are. What other goal did I hear? Anyone? Help me. Taking responsibility. How? How? So it's to review. How have I not taken responsibility before? So maybe it's even within the family, or maybe it's at work, to say that, okay, in this month of January, I want to make sure that at least five times, I show up and I do what I'm supposed to do when I'm supposed to do it. 5 times. And as you're doing that, you're documenting it, because you're monitoring your progress. It is not just about information. It's about the practical application of this thing, so that we can change, so that we can improve, so that we can transform. And so one final thing that I must say is, you want to pay attention to how you use your time this year more than ever before. There are 3 kinds of activities we all engage in. 1, value-adding activity. 2, non-value-adding activity. 3, what I call necessary evil. What is value-adding activity? That goal that we have now set. Anything you are doing that is advancing you towards the attainment of that goal. The work that you are doing, anything you are doing. How many of you have KPIs on your, hold on. If you are a career professional, now, can I see your hand? You're a career professional. Okay. Is it safe to assume that every other person is an entrepreneur? When you hear career professional, it's not only banker, it's not only, if you are working under somebody, can I see your hand? Okay. You are not the owner of the enterprise or the business of the company, but you are working under somebody. Yeah, some of us are doing both. That's part of the, can I share something with you? It feels good to say, this is my career, and then I have a side. There's something called power of focus. Some of us, we've tried it before, and we realize that in as much as you want to, it feels good to say, this is my career, but I have 3 side hustles. The truth is, you only have power when you are focused. You only have power when you are focused. You can only get the best of what you are doing when you concentrate your energies and your resources in that one thing. Again, my thought, it has worked for some of us. We hear it when people talk about it, but we know that if you really, really want to be the best at what you are doing, you put your energies, into it. So, if you're a career professional, it is important you have KPIs, what you are supposed to do. Anything you are doing within that time that is progressing towards your KPI is a value-adding activity. My friends from Team Definition, yes, anytime you are gathering together, whether it's voice training or whether it's going inside the studio, whether it's writing song, all of those kind of activities, it is a value-adding activity. When you check well in 2024, how much of your time did you spend in value-adding activities? Because we spend more time in non-value-adding activities. For example, Instagram. Now, you are not a content creator. You are not an aspiring content creator, but you spend most of your time, on pressing and liking photo and video of people that don't even know you exist. And as you are pressing it, your life is going gradually. And we'll come to another December and say, Happy New Year. And then we start all over again. I hope with these few points of mine, I've been able to convince you and not confuse you that let us all make 2025 a greater year for every one of us.